Welcome to another No BS review, where there will be no filler or BS of any kind, just the information you want to know about this vehicle. Thank you to my members for helping support this content. Today's installment, we'll be looking at the M1A1 AIM, a rank 7, battle rating 11.7 Australian squadron MBT in the American tech tree. This vehicle can be unlocked for 550,000 squadron RP and can be purchased for 1 million SL. The AIM features pretty solid protection for an 11.7, with its turret cheeks being strong enough to resist just about any dart round in the game at present. The hull will be enough to resist most dart rounds you'll encounter in a down tier, but the hot ones with over 500mm of pen will still punch through quite easily. Against shape charges, the AIM will be pretty much invincible against anything barrel launched, with the exception of the glaring weak spot, which you probably have noticed. Like all Abrams, the AIM has an extremely exposed turret ring and driver's port weak spot, which means that it will be very easily penetrated by anything larger than 25mm from pretty much any direction. On the bright side, its side armor is otherwise pretty decent, being able to comfortably resist light autocannon fire and some small shape charge warheads. Regarding protection, there is one other big issue we need to talk about, which is Gaijin's recent nerf to the Abrams turret baskets. Basically, your entire turret basket now counts as your horizontal drive, so any penetrating hit into your hull under the turret will jam it. The only silver lining is that this module can sometimes eat spall and protect your crew, an effect which is further enhanced by the large physical size of the Abrams, which creates a lot of dead space. Looking at firepower, the AIM features the same 120mm gun as the other late Abrams variants, except that instead of the M1A1 round, it gets KEW as its main round. This is a bit of a downgrade, but 582mm is still plenty, and you aren't really going to notice a difference that often, especially when shooting at enemies from the side. It also keeps the very fast 5-second aced reload speed of the other Abrams variants, which gives you an enormous advantage over many of the enemies you face. What sets it apart from the other 11.7 Abrams, though, is the fact that it gets access to Gen 2 thermals. That fact alone means that if you're an American main planning to play on night maps at high tier, the AIM is an absolute must-have. The last thing I'll note is that it does also get access to a proxy fuse round, giving the AIM some ability to deal with helicopters and low-flying aircraft. The AIM is a reasonably speedy tank in spite of its heavy weight. Its huge 1500 horsepower engine means that it's able to achieve a maximum speed of 42 miles per hour or 68 kilometers per hour forward and 24 miles per hour or 38 kilometers per hour in reverse. It also features a horsepower to weight ratio of 24.5, which will mean that it can navigate difficult terrain quite well. This is slightly worse than the premium M1A1 clickbait and the tech tree M1A1 HC, which are about 0.8 tons lighter, but much like the firepower department, again, this isn't really enough of a difference to be noticeable. Overall, the AIM is not outstanding in terms of mobility, but considering its size and weight, as well as its firepower, I'd say this is quite solid. The AIM gets an extremely impressive lineup to go along with it, including 2 other Abrams variants, a light tank, as well as the ADATS, which is one of the few SPAA at top tier capable of effectively engaging both ground targets and air vehicles. You also have 2 11.7 pack premiums available, which you can purchase to back up this lineup even further. For CAS options, you have both the Aardvark as well as the premium Harrier Night Attack, both of which come with a large assortment of guided air-to-ground weapons. With its great firepower and gun handling, decent protection, and adequate mobility, the AIM is an extremely versatile MBT which can do just about anything well. You can snipe with it, you can brawl with it, just make sure you don't get caught by surprise though, because penetrating shots are highly likely to jam your turret ring and make it difficult to return fire. Comparing this vehicle to its German and Soviet equivalents, the Leopard 2 PL and the T-80 UK, we see that the AIM is the clear winner in terms of firepower, with the Leopard's only offensive advantage being the fact that it gets a newer generation of thermals. The T-80 UK is considerably better protected on the whole and has the best mobility of the 3, but this comes at the cost of a severely reduced reload speed and bad gun depression, not to mention its bad reverse gear, which isn't shown here on the table. While the Leopard and the T-80 definitely have areas where they excel, I think it's pretty clear that the AIM is going to be the most versatile and dominant of the 3. The only thing holding it back will be the teams of wallet warriors it frequently has to fight alongside. Overall, I found the AIM to be a very versatile and forgiving vehicle, which has a lot of advantages and very few drawbacks. Its firepower, though worse than some of the other Abrams variants, is still totally competitive, and it's quite mobile with decent survivability. The added advantage of the better thermals really makes quite a difference on larger maps, or maps with poor visibility too, so I'd say unlocking this is pretty much a necessity for American mains, considering there's no other Abrams variants which have such good thermals at this battle rating. The only real downsides are the turret ring weak spot and the nerfed horizontal turret drive, but those aren't game-breaking. As long as you're mentally prepared to deal with terrible teammates, I think that this is a great option to spend your squadron RP on. Overall rating, 8.5 out of 10. That's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the playlist in the description for more vehicle reviews like this one. And if you feel like supporting the channel, please consider checking out the merch store. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.